Hello. So regarding informed consent, I initially wanted to look up some more information on the benefits of informed consent on as far as treatment outcomes go. And so I found this article from Tratchell, Holtforth, and Holtforth, written in 2019. They did a great job explaining that informed consent helps to build the therapeutic alliance, and if the language in it is used well, it can create some enthusiasm in the client and help them to feel more supported and understood. And it helps them to become more aware that their view of the counselor as well as the outcomes of the treatment matters. And also, it helps them to understand their treatment plan as well as the rationale behind that plan, which that part might come, I assume, in more like the second session rather than the initial meeting when all these forms are signed. The ACA Code of Ethics says that informed consent is an ongoing part of the counseling process. And so we're always keeping clients informed. It's not just they sign all these forms and then we don't have to inform them of any more of these things. We're always reminding them of it. We're always keeping them involved. They're always involved in their treatment plan and the rationale behind it. So I thought that was important. The South Carolina Board of Regulations seemed a bit vague as compared to the ACA Code of Ethics. They list that the counselor may consult with any professionally competent person about a client, but that they will inform the client of that. The confidentiality notices have to be included, the electronic records policies, that they must disguise the client if their information is used unless the client gives consent, the normal costs. And also, I thought this was interesting that should there be any counseling services provided through the telephone or the internet, that local resources have to be established and given to the potential client before establishing a relationship. So the first informed consent form that I looked up was from a local agency called Palmetto. And they list contact information, personal qualifications, fees, confidentiality, ethics, informed consent, and the client rights. And so they're missing a few things. They are missing the goals, the techniques, the client counselor relationship expectations. They have a very small section on fees, and it just lists the fee per session. And so I looked up another, which was one of the first ones that came up when I typed into the search, the Olive Branch Counseling and Training Agreement, and they have a much more extensive informed consent that I felt was much more in line with what the ACA Code of Ethics recommends, as well as my state board codes and regulations. And so they list their background, their philosophy, the expectations regarding the client-counselor relationship, the risks and benefits of counseling, the expectations with working with minors, which they have in here even that they would like the involvement of both parents. Confidentiality notices, they have and the limits of confidentiality. They also have a very extensive fee description. And so all of the possible fees that someone could have in working with them are listed, including the court fees. So they charge $800 as a flat rate fee should they be subpoenaed to appear in court. And so I thought that was interesting, as well as the travel, 60 cents per mile, up to 75 miles for travel. They list the consent regarding electronic records, health information, the HIPAA privacy policies, and complaints. And so I felt that the Olive Branch did a much better job as far as how they line up with what the ACA Code of Ethics recommends, as well as the South Carolina state. So I really appreciated this assignment. It was very helpful. and informative. And so I'm really looking forward to what others have to say. Thank you.